He was frozen to the spot in terror as he watched John writhing and calling out in pain, "Stop! Stop! Please stop!" Blood began to drip from John's nose and ears, and his cries rose in pitch and turned into screams that reverberated around the cottage. "Stop it! You're killing him!" Caden attempted to call out, but his voice was barely audible over the sound of John's screams and the woman's laughter. He had heard Mother talk of evil as a physical form, but he had not believed it until that moment. Surely he was looking upon the face of evil. The woman was not a witch, but a devil. "Run home, boys!" the woman cackled over her shoulder at Caden and Hedrick. "Your parents will be dead when you get there!" Caden could do nothing but stand and stare. It was Hedrick who took his arm and dragged him outside the cottage. It was Hedrick who told him to run and not look back. But just as Caden's limbs began to work again, he found the energy to clamber back up the rocky path. He realised that his brother wasn't coming with him. Hedrick picked up one of the crumpled stones that lay on the ground outside and ran straight back through the doorway. Caden stood shaking from head to foot, unsure whether he should run away as Hedrick ordered, wait where he was, or venture back inside after his brother. After a moment, he knew he couldn't leave without Hedrick, and he took trembling steps back to the cottage. As he stepped inside, he realised he could no longer hear John's cries for help. He feared the worst, but instead he found Hedrick standing over the body of the witch. He had the stone in his right hand and a fierce look in his eyes. His clothes and face were splattered with dots of red, and Caden's eyes were drawn to a red puddle around the woman's head. Behind Hedrick, John lay on the floor. His body was still and his eyes were closed, but he was breathing. Caden felt relief surge through his body. "You killed her, Hedrick," Caden said in awe. "You killed the witch!" Caden swept his eyes across the snowy night and thought again of Kiera. She was certainly much prettier than the first witch he had ever encountered. After that first experience, he had initially assumed that all witches were decrepit old hags. But he had soon learnt that they came in different shapes and sizes. However, they all had one thing in common. They all had to die.